Welcome back to Persona 5 Royal. We already have plans for Christmas. Big plans. We're gonna completely derail this election. The guide I am following must do the Akechi fight on the 9th for this reason. It has to. It has to. Because this line is just so painful now. Oh yeah, I wish I had a cool dad as Shido. Also, yeah, this line was probably not designed with, you know... This line really should change if you fought Akechi by this point. Yeah. Well, having Shido as a dad is even worse than that. But don't worry, we're not going to let him have his way for any longer, because today we're going to be sending the calling card, and unlike many other calling cards, but like the one in Futaba's arc, no, we're not going to Mementos. You enter the palace and fight the boss the same day you send the calling card. More than 50%, that's actually less than I thought, given all of the crazy hype around them.
Now then.
But considering that Shido only formed the United Future Party recently, yeah, that sounds, that definitely sounds pretty rough.
I'll just add this.
Before going in,
Okay.
let's unload our loot, and that's nowhere near as much as I expected to make off this palace.
Come again.
There is a certain persona that I want before this fight, but what I'm gonna have to do is, I'm gonna do something a bit weird. I'm gonna start with a non-alarm.
Let us begin the search.
Because firstly, I need Moloch, and if I made Moloch during an alarm, it would be gold, and it would trigger an accident if I tried to fuse what I wanted to.
You okay with this?
I don't care too much about stats on Moloch anyway.
Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
But from this fusion combination, I can pass down Drain Ice and get rid of its weakness. Okay, that's the skill set I'm going to go with on Moloch. Now, again, while there's no alarm, I'm going to summon Orlov from the compendium. There you are.
You'll withdraw this is your power.
And after that, now I'm going to do Celestial Reading and trigger the alarm. And saving again, because before I make Asus, I want to do a sacrificial fusion onto Nebiros, both to get him back Null Bless, but also, I have Debilitate on Alice, so I don't need to keep it on you. This is interesting though, because Wage War is technically better for technical combos than Brainjack, because Rage drastically lowers the enemy's defense, but I won't benefit from Brainwash boost if I take this. Though I could take it over Abysmal Surge. The only real reason to have, Ma Ega on for technical on Despair is if the enemy's immune to Psi, so I guess I can take Rage War. Well, yes, Rage War, that's kind of what it is too. Invigorate 2's also pretty good. In fact, I'm gonna actually drop Curse Boost for that. And I need to remember to register Nebiros after this.
Registration.
But now the real reason I came here. Moloch and Orlov.
This is certainly a powerful persona.
You seek power beyond your limits.
This is gonna be special treatment, but it's gonna be worth it. Absolutely want Vitality of the Tree, as good as immunity is. Drain Fire, Drain Ice. You don't naturally learn Fire Amp, and that's going to help Blazing Hell. And the rest of your move slots are pretty much filler. Though he does naturally learn Summer of Calm anyway, so I might want to keep that. Anis is kind of meant to be a supportive persona, but also is pretty devastating when it comes to fire. Yes, let's not mention exactly where that spilt blood comes from. That is the worst skill change I have ever been offered. The entire reason I want you is for Thermopylae, Vitality of the Tree. But Enduring Soul is also pretty good, and yep, that's filler. Drain Curse, I do kind of need that. I suppose I have items for that. And you don't quite have Blazing Hell just yet. But I can't really afford to dump any of my current personas as a sacrifice. I suppose I'll get Blazing Hell later. And now I need something with charge and concentrate.
I will require the... Take it then.
And now, with preparations out of the way, the people of Tokyo are going about their daily lives. They have no idea what's about to hit them.
Hey, we're all here.
Oh yes, he certainly has a big stupid face, and we're gonna throw one hell of a calling card in it right now.
Once you decide to send this calling card, there will be no going back. Make sure you're fully prepared beforehand, okay?
Morgana's giving this speech while just trying to be nonchalant to how nice Futaba patting him feels. Oh, and Arn too.
It's finally coming down to this. So, how are we gonna send the calling card?
It would be pointless to send it to the Diet Building.
And even if we handed it over to different media sources, who knows how it would be treated?
And given the TV precedent, we really can't trust anyone in the media right now.
The worst case scenario would be giving it to the police under the table. What shall we do then? Futaba-chan? My Futaba cannon is ready.
Huh?
It's good to go. Look. Now, if I do this... When did you make this?
You should have told us you were planning something.
I like to think she was making this ever since we started that whole plan to fake Ren's death.
To trick your enemies, you first gotta trick your allies.
How stylish.
It's kick-ass! This should work nicely.
All right, it's time for people to start coming to their senses.
First start with national news. Since the young man suspected to be the leader of the Phantom Thieves died while in custody, the police have officially announced that these crimes have come to an end and assure everyone that the peace will be restored and
Yo, what is up, everybody? We are the ones who you all know as the Phantom Thieves.
And all of us are alive and kicking. But those shitty guys in power, they've been manipulating information to try and hide the truth.
What is this? Where's it coming from?
I don't know. We can't switch it out. Seems we aren't the only ones affected either.
So, before we appropriate our next target, we would like to first borrow your time.
The recent scandals of public figures, the accidents caused by psychotic breakdowns and mental shutdowns, these weren't caused by unknown reasons.
One man is behind every single instance, simply to satiate his own greed.
Is this for real?
That man was afraid his crimes would be exposed and shifted the blame on us. He even manipulated the police for that.
We only steal the hearts of criminals. This asshole tried to dump what he did on us. That just shows he doesn't care about those
Are they
victims
stupid?
at all.
Shut everything down!
The identity of that cowardly man is...
The hell? Who's getting good?
Ooh, the police reacted much faster than I thought. Too bad. I
The man behind it all is a current cabinet member of all things. The Minister of State for Special Missions, Masayoshi Shido.
Everything that guy says is a lie. And to prove that, look, as you can see, all of us are alive and kicking. I'm sure the people investigating us can tell if this is a lie or not. Shido himself will soon confess all the crimes.
You
that
think it's some
committed.
kind of prank?
Look forward to it, everyone.
No way. Could this be real? Don't block the road, people! What's
going on?
We're not gonna sit back and watch some crook wreck this country just because of his goddamn ego. Ain't that right, leader?
Hey, you can see his face!
Yes. Before that happens, we will take this country.
Hello? Yes. We're looking into it now. Please, if you would so kindly...
Very well. I'll crush them beneath my heel.
Did the remaining members put that notice out? What did they mean when they said nobody has died? Could they have installed a new leader just to threaten us and Shido?
We're going to check with the different departments. Excuse me. Yes? What? How can that be? The Phantom Thief's corpse seems to be missing from the morgue.
Didn't your men check the death certificate and carrier documents?
Yes, but,
Give me a straight answer.
Perhaps this Phantom Thief tricked us with his bizarre powers. Maybe he just made us think he had died.
Or maybe you're all just too stupid to check the facts.
Who made those documents? Who was there at the scene of the suicide?
Find a way to stop a change of heart! Don't we have Wakaba Ishiki's research materials? And what about Akechi? Where did that useless brat go?
Unfortunately, he's a little indisposed at the moment.
He must have run away knowing he failed. Bring him here when you find him! Got that?
I'll erase any who gets in my way, just as I've always done.
Where is the Phantom Thief's body?
Phantom Thief? Body?
This isn't the time for games.
I really don't know what you're speaking of. Oh, but that reminds me. I received a calling card from the Phantom Thieves. But everything from then on is a blur. No. Could I have done something wrong? Then
Hey!
Did the Phantom Thieves get to her?
Don't tell me. Was your heart... Could this be true, Nichima?
What have I done?
The Phantom Thief! He's alive!
Even so, how did he escape from the station?
It doesn't matter. We must catch him. We can't let this get out. Not only was the suicide announcement false, but he got away on top of that. We'll have to interrogate you as a key witness.
Why me?
Check the documents you created. You may remember something once you look at them. But even if you can't recall, all responsibility for his escape rests squarely on your shoulders.
Well, yeah, we better do this or they're gonna put all the blame on her.
I'm sorry, I honestly don't know what's going on here.
You're the last person to talk to that Phantom Thief. You have to clean up your boss's mess. If you're going to resent someone, resent your dead director.
Is illness really what killed him? Do you think his death was truly due to illness?
Yeah, because just any illness can make black sludge pour out of somebody's every orifice.
That doesn't matter. Your actions have made a mockery of the police force. You're going to pay for this, I promise.
You know, you should really look in the mirror before you say that.
Very well. It's all up to you now, everyone.
I love how Saya fakes a change of heart there.
Police officials are said to be currently reviewing the facts of the Phantom Thieves' notice, and...
Welcome.
Search the place.
I love how Sojiro was completely prepared for this.
You're Sojiro Sakura, yes?
Who the hell are you? Where are the Phantom Thieves?
Oh, you mean those guys they've been talking about on TV?
Don't play dumb with me.
This is obstruction of business, you know.
We've investigated this thoroughly.
Is this the only way you do things?
They're not upstairs.
Where are the Phantom Thieves?
If you're not a customer, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
He's an accomplice. Take him away.
Don't get all cocky. You're just some useless criminal's lapdog. Justice isn't on your side.
The notice put forth by these so-called Phantom Thieves is absolutely groundless. It is nothing more than a wicked terrorist act aimed at obstructing the elections. What we need now is a powerful, unyielding leader. I am willing to risk my life to fight them.
Oh, which one is right? Shido or the Phantom Thieves?
I hear what Shido-san is saying, but is it true?
I speak now to those who call themselves Phantom Thieves. Your actions are gravely serious crimes. You are rebelling against the laws of this country and unnecessarily causing alarm among its citizens. I call on you to surrender yourselves at once and apologize to the people of this proud nation.
The Phantom Thieves cut into a live broadcast signal, didn't they? They're crazy.
But don't you think that Shido looks like a criminal too?
Hi there, Yukari.
Oh, I don't know what to believe anymore.
I hope they catch them soon.
That bastard Shido's trying to act all calm, but he's probably freaking out on the inside.
Unfortunately, inside is exactly where we're about to go, so that's gonna be deadly for us.
Apologize? Quite the funny joke.
Who is the real criminal here? A lot of people are gathered here.
Our calling card has had a tremendous effect.
I'm real proud of that one.
All they're doing is making noise, though.
Seriously, they should just go home and sleep.
Even after what happened, not many people want to see Shido have a change of heart. What we're about to do is just... right?
Now is really not the time to question things. We know he's killed a whole lot of people. Got Akechi to do all those things, has manipulated the police, the media, everything, and wants to take over this country. Come on, we have to do this.
There you have it.
You have a point.
Hey, look over there.
To think he'd actually go after Masayoshi Shido. Youth is incredible. This has me excited as well. That boy really keeps the news rolling in.
She doesn't notice we're here, right? That keen journalist nose is a force to be reckoned with. Whoa, why's Mishima here? Man, that kid's impressive.
The Phantom Thieves are just. I guarantee it. Now that's what I like to hear.
There may not be many of them, but we have to cherish our fans. Let's go change Shido's heart.
Justice only we know, huh?
If only I were 20 years younger.
Your victory is certain. Isn't this crazy? The Phantom Thieves are totally insane!
Aw, I wish I'd gone straight home. I could have seen it in person in Shibuya that way.
To think he would turn out to be such a troublemaker.
It's almost like we're praying to the Phantom Thieves here.
Hey, wasn't there a rumor going around that the Phantom Thieves were murdering people? I knew they were no good the moment that stuff came up. I bet they're just a bunch of scumbags.
Oh, I see.
They just don't get it.
The bigger the target, the more exciting things get, right?
That's strange. Yoshizawa didn't show up in that at all. I guess she's trying to keep her head down during all this. But it is time. Gonna equip the Ring of Vanity on Joker. I think everyone else's accessories should be fine. And for this, my party is gonna be the one that I use for every single time in every playthrough that I fight Shido. Ryuji, Morgana, and Arn. I just feel like the classic quad of the Phantom Thieves really should be here for this. Though Haru and Makoto and Yusuke also have their reasons. Any party is good for this. You want a good mix of physical and magical attack though. And between Ryuji and Arn's charge and concentrates, that is gonna really help here. Now I need to make sure that I am on my double auto Ma persona. Let's head to the central passage. And let's do this.
Let's go.
Although first, I want to show this likely very remote consult with the team conversation, because I feel like with how climactic all of this is, not a lot of people go out of their way to show this one.
What are your thoughts?
Let us be honest.
Short, but to the point.
I'll just add
This is your last chance to save before the actual fight, so make sure you do that. Because this is going to be a long haul. And I'm going to do something a little weird to start things out. I'm actually going to remove everybody and just have Joker go in.
Let's go.
And you'll see why I'm doing that in a moment. But it's something kind of unique that Royal does for this fight. I love how you get all of those confidants cheering you on. It's a nice spin on that. It's used in a different way than it's used in Persona 3 and 4. It really feels like this could be the final boss, and in some regards, it probably should have been the final boss.
Shido!
About to give a speech to an empty cabinet, huh?
Where did you lowlights obtain that power? Not that it matters. If you have a complaint, I'm willing to listen.
Yeah, no, that's gonna get bogged down in years of bureaucracy.
What did you do to Akechi? He was your own son.
I had a feeling it was something like that. He reminded me too much of that woman. I also have an idea as to why he approached me. He was hoping to trap me, was he not? He was sharp, but in the end he was just a kid. I controlled him merely by offering praise.
Just like I said, Akechi thought he was getting back at his abuser, but he was still being abused the whole time.
I intended to dispose of him as soon as I became Prime Minister.
And the other tragedy with Akechi is he's really not good at betraying people. Both times he infiltrated a group planning on betraying them, they knew he was a traitor all along.
What?
I could never keep someone with such intimate knowledge of my past alive.
You know, a little scandal like that, I'm sure Shido's authority could have covered that up. He's just being petty at this point.
What an ace detective. He was standing beside me all this time, yet couldn't see through my plans. His destroying himself saved me quite a bit of effort, though.
How could you? You stole my mom's research and took her life!
Everything you've done has been for your own selfish gains! You even killed my father! I will never forgive you!
Sacrifices are inevitable in the path of reform. I only require that the foolish entrust themselves to their superiors. I shall guide them.
The hell makes you think you're so much better than everyone else?
You never would have been able to make it this far without Akechi's help!
Not to mention the massive amount of people under you.
He only appeared because of the expectations God held for me.
Okay, what?
Moreover, It was thanks to me that Akechi was able to properly use his power to begin with. The changing of hearts that you've been doing was nothing more than provoking the public.
How selfish! You were unable to win by honest means, so you used foul tricks to ascend the political ladder.
A cruel person like you has no right to stand leading the citizens of this country. You're nothing but a criminal who rose above others by climbing a staircase of sin.
That's a nice line.
The life of a nation, as opposed to those of a few sacrifices. There can be no comparison. The ignorant masses only care about their own personal happiness. I am merely granting that for them. That is the social reform that only I, as the one chosen by God, can enact.
I can't believe you look down on everyone else so harshly.
I'd never accept a leader who makes a teenager murder people. You say it's for the country, but I bet it's all for yourself.
The whole place being sunken in the palace kind of confirms that.
Nobody would wish for something like that.
Nobody? Then why was I chosen? Why are they surrendering the seat of Prime Minister to me? Everyone denies the value of hard work these days. Instead, they seek to effortlessly gain wealth. That is why I must re-establish this mighty country. One that does not waver. One that others bow to.
Mighty my ass! That's just a crooked country made by a crook!
We cannot let you do this. You are a disgrace to Japan. Hence, we will take your deranged heart.
Those who disobey me must be eliminated. However, considering the loss of Akechi, it would be a waste to kill those who are actually capable. I will allow you to choose between life or death. One last time. Devote your power to my social reform. I will give you anything you want, be it wealth or status.
There's no way we'd follow you. No matter how many times you ask, our answer's not gonna change.
It seems the ignorant masses are doomed to remain as such. I thought you were smarter than that. This is unfortunate. I have no choice but to eliminate you all. A small leak will sink a great ship. Great nations have fallen to such lenience. I'll not make such incautious mistakes!
Vote Shido 2012! I mean 2016!
Since when?
The other eye's been filled in. Does that mean his wishes come true?
Let me make myself clear. Do not think of me as you did my foolish son who acted so brashly.
You little...
Die! Without further delay!
Our leader's gone through shit because of you! It's on!
Stand in my way.
Yeah, that statue earlier in the palace was foreshadowing.
There is no need for thieves in my mighty country. Only myself and the ones who revere me are needed.
Risking our lives to stop rotten adults. That's why we're Phantom Thieves. The opponent is strong. Don't do anything reckless.
This is Shido's Beast of Human Sacrifice. It has been confirmed, I think in the Thieves' Den, that the body made out of bodies represents everyone he's sacrificed to get where he is. This phase repels all physical attacks, including guns, but is vulnerable to magic. He also likes to use rage to force you to attack his fizz repel.
Let's go.
So okay, it's time. Let's begin. Actually, let's begin by having Alice debilitate him. He does like to use Dekaja and Dekunda.
And stay down.
Like that. There goes all my buffs, but however, I do have Thermopylae to bring those back.
Are you scared?
Oh yeah, elephant in the room, you might notice that Morgana, Ryuji, and Ann are here. That's what happens if you go into this fight with Joker solo. But only in Royal. And we're gonna start stacking up these concentrates and charges. Well, actually, no, Ryuji doesn't need to charge, so instead Ryuji can set my, I'll set the attack buff back up, just so that Joker can get a concentrated attack off. Also, yeah, this guy does have a new boss theme.
Go down.
I'll explain what this song is a little later.
And stay down.
And yep, his debuffs are gone. So don't count on him being debuffed or you being buffed for very long. Should I drop his... No, I think I should, Morgana here is gonna act as the healer, but I think I'm fine not healing for a little longer.
Let's do this!
This guy has about 10,000 HP, so it's a lot to eat through. Weirdly, he's complimenting us. Putting a charge up on Ryuji for later might be useful.
What's the plan?
And it can always be a good idea to keep him debilitated, just so that he wastes some of his actions on cancelling his
You lowlifes.
debuffs.
I hope you understand what it means to turn your back on me.
Turn your back, we never followed you in the first place.
I don't want to understand.
Or what Futaba's saying now.
Then you shall perish! You shall regret these foolish actions against me in the afterlife!
Round 2.
It changed?
I will destroy you!
It's now the wings of human sacrifice.
The opponent is strong. Don't do anything reckless.
It's now resistant to most magic, but heavily vulnerable to physical attacks. So that's why I said you want a mixture of both physical and magical skills in this fight. But while we're still fighting this guy, I can explain something about the symbolism of his outfit. And yes, Proud Presence does actually boost recovery even when it's already a full heal, because yeah, it's kind of silly like that. I guess I can still concentrate you, but this is Ryuji's time to shine now. Shido's outfit is often compared to Char from Mobile Suit Gundam, but according to the art book, this is a coincidence. It was just meant to evoke the idea of a dictator, though he shares a voice actor with Char in both Japanese and English. A lot of people like to compare Shido to, let's just say, certain Western politicians, and I've tried to... Really? Wow, he's an idiot. He does cycle through his skills in a certain set order, and he does prefer to go for weaknesses, but yeah, he's getting a pretty good chain here.
Skill's pretty good.
Only one of our evade skills worked, and thankfully it was Skull, so he gets to shine here a little bit. I guess I can try and Miracle Punch. But yeah, people like to compare him to, you know, certain types of politicians, and here's the thing, a lot of countries these days people might say that they're worried about their countries slipping towards fascism, but the thing you have to remember is that Japan actually was fascist at one point in its history. And a lot of its current politicians are openly nostalgic for those days, and I think Shido is definitely meant to be a critique of that. Some people say that Shido may be based off of Shinzo Abe, especially since Shin Megami Tensei 4 Apocalypse had another pretty obviously unflattering Abe caricature, who was actually named Abe, so there's precedent for that. However, I also found another politician in Japan's history who has a lot of similarities to Shido, and that is Shintaro Ishihara. He was the governor of Tokyo from 1999 to 2012, and he's known for breaking away from the Liberal Democratic Party, the one that's had pretty much uncontested rule of Japan for like the past 50 years, to form the even more far-right Japan Restoration Party. That definitely reminds me of Shido in a lot of ways. He's also quite known for making some openly anti-Korean and Chinese statements, as well as misogynistic, racist, and homophobic comments as well, so I don't know if he was a direct inspiration, but he does sound somewhat similar.
Why won't you stop resisting? The nation I strive for is the ultimate realization of the public's happiness!
And now, round 3.
It changed again?
The weak must be sacrificed for the sake of grand ideals. That is the natural order of this world.
The opponent is strong. Don't do anything reckless.
The Tomb of Human Sacrifice. This phase is essentially a damage race. He no longer resists anything except gun, but he spends most of his time charging up for a powerful almighty attack. So here, just go all out, and especially go all out with your charges and concentrates. Arn is already concentrated, so let's whack him with fire. As I said, this is pretty much a damage race. You want to take him down quickly. Also, all of his attacks in this phase are almighty, so there's no way to possibly resist or nullify them.
Alright.
Yeah, there's cannon fire. Wow, that's powerful. Yeah, as I said, this phase, damage race. Basically, take him out before he takes you out.
Let's go!
Huh.
Reveal to them your power.
I didn't even know Showtimes can activate in this phase, and we haven't seen the boss variant of this animation.
We must bring grace to this battle.
Something to also mention is that Shido wearing a mask is intentional on the part of the developers to show him as the kind of evil counterpart to the Phantom Thieves.
He's deadly.
This is sort of like his Metaverse Rebel outfit. Okay.
Very beautiful.
Megaton raid time. Okay, he's not down yet.
Who's next?
Oh, I will really need to heal soon. I have Fire Ant Meraki dying. I wonder if this'll end it. Not quite, that's bad. Okay, that did way less to Arn. I guess that's just Morgana's terrible armor showing. I probably should get Morgana better armor soon. I still love how Morgana just completely overheals everyone thanks to his trait. No, let's just keep piling on damage. No need to use charge and concentrate now. There he goes. So, according to the art book, the fight was originally supposed to end there.
Useless, ignorant masses!
But yeah, there's more confirmation that that beast represents just the people, and that's the thing. The developers thought that if the fight ended there, it'd feel more like you were just fighting the beast and not Shido himself.
It seems even thieves should not be taken lightly if they come in great enough numbers.
Once you're losing, you're putting all the blame on the masses, huh?
So, you're the one unifying them.
A touching reunion, isn't it?
The next time you crush a foe, I suggest you do it in a more certain manner.
Not that there'll be a next time for you.
You're more than just a member of the Phantom Thieves, aren't you?
Finally realizing, huh?
This ain't the first time you failed to finish this guy off.
You took him to court, and yet you don't remember? You truly don't care about the fate of others.
Wait. Could you be the one from back then? That damn brat who showed up and stood against me when I was with that woman!
Who I sued!
I see. So it truly is you.
Not exactly. Reina Mamiya is dead. He died in that interrogation room. The one standing before you is the Phantom Thief Joker.
What an interesting turn of fate. But your efforts will be worthless in the end.
What?
Small sacrifices are inescapable for those wishing to be powerful, competent leaders. How would you ever reach your destination if you stopped to count every ant you crushed on the road?
Are you saying that the people you killed deserve to die?
He's totally insane.
I wouldn't expect the ignorant masses of this country to understand. Thus, I will offer proof. By forcefully crushing the Phantom Thieves!
Cognitive science, son!
Any who stand in my way! I shall win this game!
What is this power? Careful! Those muscles aren't just for show!
The opponent is strong. Don't do anything reckless.
Persona! There.
And stay down!
Get ready! This one!
Pertinence!
Persona! Now that's power! Persona! Alice!
There's no time for indecision.
I won't go easy.
Flip of Persona!
Not bad.
Let's go. This isn't it.
And that was Rivers in the Desert.
You can't match my ambition.
That is an instant death attack, by the way, so watch out for that. It can never target Joker though, so you don't need to worry about cheap game overs that way.
All set.
Okay, my buffs are almost gone, so I'll need to put them back up soon. The only downside of using Joker as a Thermopylae bot is that he could be doing literally anything else.
All right.
It's like the one weakness that Vitality of the Tree has. When people first heard this song, they thought it was the final boss theme, and like I said, this could easily be the final boss. Then people thought that it was Akechi's boss theme, and then eventually people realized that it was just Shido's boss theme. It's kind of this game's equivalent of, actually no, there wasn't a lyrical boss theme for the later boss fights in Persona 4. Still, I think this is a fantastic song overall.
The opponent is strong. Don't do anything.
As for Shido, he mostly focuses on fear attacks, and a lot of physical at this point. He's not, like, super tough, you just need to watch out for that instant death attack and just gradually take him down. I can even go for an attack from Addis here. One more good solid hit should do it. If Morgana actually finishes him, that'd be pretty amazing. Oh, an SP cost down thanks to Arn. Not quite down. And there go his debuffs at exactly the wrong time.
Not bad. But there is no reason for me to lose to thieves. Resistance is futile.
Oh, there goes Heat Riser, but he's not going to have much time to use it. And this is precisely the reason why I kept Dekaja on Arn. And part of the reason I like her for this fight. Oh, not quite down. Actually, wait, no, maybe he is down.
How are these low-life brats beating me?
Some bosses change phases, like, they get stuck on 1 HP and change phases, and others just have the heart break.
Now's our chance. Let's take his treasure.
Don't think you've won. The power held by the most elite is what rules over our society. It's vexing that I have to use this on some foolish brats.
Yeah, see that brace he's wearing? That shows he's been holding back this whole time.
I will educate you through and through.
He's still gonna come at us? Gotcha!
Shido! I have decades of experience over these brats.
No way! He's even stronger now?
Die.
Now I'm Super Shido!
Strong. Don't do anything reckless.
I like the grotesque, almost Dragon Ball Z levels of transformation here. I haven't gone into his demon form though, Samael. Though firstly I'll explain that, despite his looks, he's actually primarily a magic user in this phase, and I kinda like that. I feel like there need to be more big guy mages in media. It's just sort of a nice trope subversion. He does like to use his elements in sort of a set order too, but now's a good time to... Do I put my buffs back, or do I... Okay, I can debuff him with the spray. So I'm gonna extend this increase. And have Morgana, actually wait, no, Morgana's going next. I feel like my turn order's gone out of whack here a little bit. But as always, charge and concentrate is still really useful here. Yeah, you're gonna use the debilitating spray. The plan is we clean him like we clean the cleaner. Alright, yeah, so Samael. Samael is an angel in certain biblical traditions who is sort of a destroyer, and his name means poison of God, and some consider him to be a, like a fallen angel, while others consider him to be an arbitrator of divine justice. What I find the most interesting interpretation is that in Gnosticism, Samael is another name for the evil false god Yaldabaoth, which is kind of the role that Shido is playing here. And that also fits into pride, because the Gnostic Yaldabaoth or Demiurge is also tied to the deadly sin of pride, being an arrogant would-be god who claims themselves to be the supreme authority. Which again is pretty much the position Shido is putting himself over the masses. Right then, I already have him debilitated, and Arn is starting to run low on SP, yeah. Normally this only happens in long fights like this, but she definitely runs the risk of it. Okay, he's just using Spats. Shido does have a kind of Shin Megami Tensei style Dragon Eye effect that he can use eventually in the fight. Alright, I need to concentrate with somebody.
Black Rider!
Yeah, take back what we lost from the bosses of Greed and Fear, but this guy is, well, he's the boss of Pride, not Greed or Fear. While we're taking this guy's phase down, though, there is one thing that I wanted to talk about, and I promised that I'd talk about it a long time ago, and that is a certain theory regarding Shido. Now, I will stress, this is entirely a fan theory, not canon. So, I said earlier that I had a theory of who Futaba's father might be. In the art book, Futaba has AB negative as her blood type listed. That is the same blood type as Goro Akechi. AB negative is also one of the rarest blood types in Japan. It's so rare that in Japan they usually don't list like RH negative for blood at all. I may even need to go for salvation here. Now, I looked into how blood types are inherited, and there are multiple different ways this could have happened. But given Shido's obsession with Wakaba's cognitive science research, and given, you know, the precedent that we've got for how he treats women, I feel like that it's entirely possible that Shido could be Futaba's biological father. Now again, this is entirely headcanon, absolutely no canon confirmation or evidence to support this. I want to make sure that I stress that. I'm not saying this is definitive set in stone canon, but it would also add some interesting things to the Akechi fight, because that would make Futaba and Akechi half-siblings.
much of a fight! Bastard! Won't let you have this!
And now it's time for the new Royal Edition to this fight.
What happened? Are you alright, Joker?
I never would have imagined that impertinent brat from so long ago managing to get in my way this much! Honestly, unbelievable! I should have finished you off before this could have happened. It seems I too was naive. However, my dream has been attained. My desire to steer this country has finally come to fruition. But my ambition has only yet begun. I will not stumble over mere minutia like yourself. This time, I'll be dead certain to seal your fate. I will reduce you to nothing!
We've come so far. We have to do something. Joker, please don't lose.
You got this, Joker. You've come this far. This is all up to you. You can do it.
The opponent is strong. Don't do anything reckless.
This phase was added in Royal, and apparently according to developer interviews, they wanted to do this in the original game, but they couldn't implement it in time. So they're finally getting to do it now. So Shido starts by using a random element here. I think he did that because Addis would normally have been weak. Actually, no, Addis is normally weak to curse. He also likes to use Tyrant's Judgment sometimes.
Not yet.
Okay, that was a great time for wakefulness. Thank you, Maruki, for still supporting us all this time. Because I also realized that Maruki's, Maruki was also another one who didn't cheer for us before.
I will go easy.
And there's Thunder Rain. I think that's the first time we're seeing that. Okay.
The opponent is strong. Don't do anything reckless.
Addis he does still have Enduring Soul, okay. So I can probably afford to stay on Addis for a little bit.
Resistance is futile.
Okay, there goes Heat Riser. I will want to get rid of that. Do I have any of those Dekaja items? Yes, Baptismal Water. I believe I loaded up on those from the church for good reason. So, Shido in this phase cycles through every element in order, and if you know this, you can actually cheese this just by swapping to personas that null or repel his elements and make this fight a battle of stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself. Admittedly, it is hilarious to have Shido take himself out, and in fact, it's completely fitting.
There.
But I want to try and do this fair and square.
Resistance is futile.
Yep, there's Inferno. And so he will be using Ice next. He doesn't get smart and consider your immunities.
This can't be. Losing to a brat like him.
5 phases, and it's over. Some say, like the Palace, that boss fight goes on a little long, but I still think it's a pretty epic one.
Power courses through me.
Kind of fitting Haru beating the other level up out of us.
How could I lose?
For causing countless mental shutdowns in others. You will atone. With your life.
Don't you got something to say to our leader before you go passing out?
Yes. I acknowledge that I incriminated you on false charges.
Okay, yeah, but you're saying this in a palace now. So once this change of heart takes effect, could you please go to an actual courtroom and say this? That would really help.
I did it to protect myself. I'm so sorry for what I've done. It feels as though it's been quite some time since I have felt sincerely apologetic.
Yeah, knowing him, I feel like the last time he felt sincerely apologetic would be when he was like 4.
I don't have the willpower to deceive you at this point. So, I've been defeated.
Sir! No. Did they succeed? Hey! Yes, sir. Will I really be able to kill the Phantom Thieves if I take that?
According to Wakaba Ishiki's research, temporarily collapsing a palace will take down anyone inside it as well. The abrupt nature of the collapse means they will be unable to escape without extreme luck. However, the only way to purposely erase a cognitive world is by halting biological activity. In other words, this medicine will temporarily kill you. There are great risks involved.
Anything will do! Give it to me! Now, they're done for.
How reckless of him!
We must be sure to transfer him at once if anything goes wrong.
Wait, why a wheel? And it's for a ship?
I must steer this country. If I don't, who will?
Sounds very similar to something Kamoshida said in his fight.
What arrogance.
I...
What the? Huh?
An explosion? But we haven't taken the treasure yet. We'll talk later.
Time bomb set, get out quick.
Come on, let's grab the treasure and run!
Huh? Didn't we come from this way?
We can't get through like...
What is happening?
Hey, Oracle!
The ship is exploding. But why?
What kind of sloppy explanation is that?
I don't know what's happening either.
Something might have happened to Shido in the real world.
What do you mean, something?
I don't know. Standing around here isn't going to help.
We can speculate after we survive.
We have to run! Oracle, are there any other escape routes? I'm looking, but... What about that way? No! Our path.
Can any of us dive?
Still, where else can we go?
Crap! This side too!
Are we sinking?
We are not gonna die like this!
Now would be a really good time for a motor submarine.
We're gonna die! I don't know how to swim!
Over there, a lifeboat.
Let's go! We just gotta get there.
It's too far. We won't reach it in time.
Yes, we will.
I got this.
Huh?
Hang tight. I'll nab the boat.
Ryuichi!
It's now or never. Here it goes!
Ryuji!
Ryuji! We're back! Ryuji!
He didn't make it out.
We gotta go back!
That's impossible.
This isn't funny at all.
Yusuke never realized how prophetic he was with this line. You'll see in a moment.
He was our fastest runner, too!
So, this is the treasure.
It's a legislator's pen.
It's kind of fitting that Shido would have the most worthless treasure of them all.
Man, that was close. For real though, why do palaces gotta explode so much? Can't they disappear normally?
Oh, if that was the... I think that's the 99th for real. If that was the 100th for real, that would have been the most perfect thing in the world.
What?
Didn't you... die?
What? I got blasted out from the explosion. When I woke up, I was lying on the grass.
Yeah, that was some weak pyrotechnics, but I guess Shido makes sense that he wouldn't have the budget for anything better.
I mean, ain't I alive?
So now 2 of us have been dead, yet not dead.
What's this? Your crying face is so not cute.
It's your damn fault!
What did I do?
We were worried about you!
You troublemaker!
Wait, what's this about? Hold on, okay? Come on, I almost kind of died. You guys are joking, right?
I'm feeling a bit hungry.
Why don't we stop by somewhere before going home?
Then I want sauteed foie gras!
What, just like you had in the palace?
We're in reality right now, you know.
At least Morgana stays longer than everyone else.
Sir!
What have I...
Huh? Is the medicine still affecting you?
Medicine?
Should we get him to a hospital? We should probably wait and see a little longer.
I must... atone.
No! Was his heart changed? Did the temporary death serum not work? Sir! If he's had a change of heart, will he blab everything about us? Everything will be ruined!
What are we supposed to do about his campaign?
Announce that he's not feeling well.
I mean, forget about the campaign. All of you are going to jail within a few weeks.
Arrange a hospitalization in absolute secrecy. Don't let anyone near him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Keep the media out! Damn it, we have to do something!
I admit, after everything, seeing Shido crying like that's pretty satisfying.
What the?
Judging from his lacerations, it would appear he was kidnapped, then killed at another location, and...
Sojiro!
I was about to say, that news report better not be talking about Ryuji.
Don't tell me.
I'm gonna get angry if you don't come out! Sojiro!
Hey, didn't know you guys were back.
You're the same as Ryuji!
What are you talking about? I was taken to that asshole Shido's place. They suddenly told me I could go home. That's thanks to his change of heart, right? Then I'll do just that. They had me blindfolded the whole time, so I've got no idea where they took me.
Oh, don't worry, their headquarters is going to be public knowledge soon.
Though it sounded like they were oddly bustling about.
Looks like it's going well.
Yeah, if everyone's freaking out, it means we did our job well.
Man, my handsome mug was nearly ruined. That's all fine and dandy. But they really did a number on this place.
You know what? We happen to know a good maid.
Sorry to bother you two when you're tired, but I need you to help me clean up.
We just have to wait like usual now.
Okay, good, you're still alive. Everything turned out for the best. We're gonna have to go back to the shadows after this. Still, if this is our final heist, it was a great one.
Alright. We should act as normal as we can while we're waiting, too.
So, our final time, just, you know, calmly being a normal member of society. In fact, if we call Kawakami, we can even do the usual stuff tonight. Oh, you say that now. You say that now.
Now then.
Things will hopefully change soon. Also, hey there, Sojiro. I mean, it's true, none of Shido's lackeys have had a change of heart yet, so it's possible they could still come after us, but, I need to talk about one final thing before I end things, and that's the Ryuji scene. It is one of the most infamous scenes in the entire game, and in the Western fanbase, one of the most hated scenes. I'd say that the Shinjuku creatures are the only thing that's more hated than that scene. And I will admit that it is very badly timed. It comes after Ryuji has his most awesome cutscene moment, and then they do that whole comic relief, you know, beatdown thing. The thing is, I'm not entirely opposed to the idea of, like, Arn being angry and slapping him once, and then maybe hugged him afterwards. I feel like that might have been a little bit better. The thing is that, like, anywhere you go within the Western fanbase, you will see people just throwing so much venom at that one scene. And while I'm not trying to say that's not justified, I do think it's not a great scene. I think what it was trying to do is give some comic relief after it looked like he almost died, and after all the seriousness that just happened. But many people felt it went too far and undercut things. The thing is, though, it's one of those moments where I just feel really isolated from the rest of the fanbase because I don't have as much of a scathing hatred of that scene as many fans do. I don't like that scene, I don't think it's a good scene, don't get me wrong, but I think it's more that I make a distinction between slapstick violence and actual violence, and in my head it never felt like Ryuji got beaten up that badly. Notably, while Royal didn't change this scene, the anime did. There, the girls just yell at Ryuji and it cuts to the credits. There isn't even an implied off-screen beating. But, yeah, I cannot believe the 100th for real didn't happen in that scene. If it was, then that would have been so perfect. But we'll see, the 100th for real will come, it will come eventually. But now it's time to wait for the next 8 days. So see you next time when we play a very special video game that I was specifically putting off until now. See you all then.